Hey Vlogmas!
Mary.
Oh.
Mary.
1, 2, 3. Merry Vlogmas!
Well done.
We got it right. It's
Right
too difficult.
Mum picked her own filler for today's cat.
Yeah.
I hope it arrives today.
I was given this
Along with a few other things.
by my neighbour who is 100 years old. She'll be 101 this January.
Variegated.
Yeah.
Very pretty. I actually really like the effects that come out when you embroider with this.
It's nice.
Okay, who wants to hold my calendar up for me to rummage in?
Here are. I'll do it this time.
Oh.
And this way you can
I'll have
still
to
see me.
back
See, because
out.
I do it like this.
Okay,
See? But you can still see you, Jane.
Hey, that was quick.
Ooh.
Can you tell I used to work in a shop when I was young?
This feels like washi tape.
Saturday job.
This feels like washi tape.
Is it?
It is washi tape.
Oh.
Rachel, we clearly have the same idea for each other's calendars. This one has leaves on it. I actually already have this one, but that's fine because it's got leaves on it, so more of it. But yay, thank you. And
She's a clever girl.
yeah, she knows me well.
She knows me
And
well.
after our mathematical sleuthing,
Yes, don't show them the
you try
envelope.
saying that.
Mathematical sleuthing.
It's quite a bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your tongue comes out this
Yeah.
far. Don't show them what?
Don't show them the envelope.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't looked at it yet.
No.
Oh, two sides.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Getting more complex. Am I allowed to show this?
Yes, we can see this. So we've got an Eiffel Tower, which is kind of giving away where we're going, but oh, good grief.
Goodness knows what we've got to do.
There's a poem on the back. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
Oh.
So I am going to let Dad take that away and peruse.
Yep.
Peruse. You're going to be quilting.
Yep.
You finished your cats yesterday.
Yep.
You happy with your cats?
No, I've got to put a little
What?
stitch in their ears
I'm
to make them stand
multitasking.
up a bit more.
Okay. What was that?
I'm multitasking.
You're
I've got a
multitasking.
whole list of jobs to do.
Excellent. Oh yeah, so there's the ribbon and the brown paper's just down there for wrapping
Thank you.
presents.
Thank you.
And I am going to,
Are you?
I don't know, I really want to keep cutting out, but I really probably ought to do some sewing so there's some interesting stuff rather than just me waffling at you. I think I'll do some sewing today.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Disperse.
Yes. Okay, I've decided I'm going to start working on the Gable t-shirts, and I'm going to work on the black parrot and lemon print one first, which I was trying to film this. I was trying to film this out of order because I couldn't film earlier because Mum's been quilting in the background and I didn't want to have to keep asking her to stop, so I was just like, yeah, let's continuity. 2 secs. That's better. So yes, I'm going to start working on the black one first. Right, yeah, then yeah. Okay, so anyway, I thank you to everybody who's been talking in the comments about their experiences with Ponte, and the consensus seems to be the higher viscose content, the less pilling. I have to say, I have got on, or more expensive fabric, less pilling. I have got on the expensive French terry pair that I made during one of the hangouts with you guys, and this stuff bobbled, pilled the second I started wearing them. The second I started wearing them, and I mean, they're not bad. I just don't feel very. I feel a bit dishevelled in them. If that dishevelled, I think it's just because they look a bit tatty. They're not bad. You know, like that, you know, there's no holes in them or anything, although lots of people have been saying to use the fabric bobble razors or shavers. I have had issues with those in the past. Yeah, you're not wrong, that is a good idea. Somebody else has recommended like a tailor's brush, which apparently is also good for getting rid of iron shine, so I think that is what I'm going to invest in. And I think I'm also going to get some high quality Ponte and just see how that fares. If the more expensive Ponte ends up having more longevity, then I will purchase, because I really kind of just want to sew another couple of pairs of these. I want to replace my black ones and my turquoise ones, and I would like a couple more pairs, a dark brown pair, and then to replace these green ones, because they all just look a little bit kind of tatty, and I don't want that. I want to look if that makes sense. And like I said, these won't go to waste. They will get used as cleaning rags and things like that. But I'm going to experiment with the expensive Ponte. If that works, I shall buy a couple more colours of that. If it doesn't, I will go back to the inexpensive Ponte from the fabric room, just buy it. I mean, some of these are like 3 years old. This pair is 1 year old. This is the worst offender. It pilled the minute I looked at it, and it's only a year, just over a year old. So yeah, these are French terry ones were not the ones, so I won't get that again. But having said that, like my Siroccos that I've made out of French terry, they haven't pilled or bubbled or worn in places that are getting you know, wear and tear, like the inner legs where they rub together when you walk and things like that. And I am really careful with my clothes when I wash them. I turn them inside out. I wash them on a 30-degree cycle, and I don't tumble dry them. They're all line dried, much to my mum's annoyance, in my bathroom on my Era. So I am careful with my clothes, and my clothes don't get washed very frequently unless they're dirty or if they smell. Like, that's the only time that they get put in the wash. I will Febreze things, air things out, steam things, put them in a hot, you know, in the bathroom when I'm having a hot shower, that kind of stuff, to freshen clothes up rather than actual washing of them. I'm going to experiment with some Pontes. I think I'm going to buy it from Sherwood's. If anyone has any recommendations for other places that they really like the Ponte of, let me know in the comments down below. The reason I'm saying Sherwood's is I really like the quality of their fabrics, and I get points when I shop there. You can use a maximum of 200 points on your order, and 200 points equates to £10. So that's what the shipping usually costs me. And for the amount that I order from them, it usually works out that I can get free shipping on every order if I use my points on that order. So that's why I like shopping at Sherwood's, but I am open to other suggestions if you have amazing sources of Ponte Roma fabric. And yeah, anyway, let's get on with sewing the dark t-shirt. Continuity. And then I'm going to move on to the grey, and then I'm going to move on to the white ones.
A few moments later.
Okay, 1 down, 4 to go. Started with this because I already had black thread on the machine. Going to move over to this fabric, which is probably going to be the least fun to sew with. I'm going to use grey thread for this, and the other 3 are all going to need white thread. So grey thread first, then we can, and also like annoying fabric first, and then we can move on to the easy white thread ones.
3 hours later.
It is 5:30 and they are all complete, which is awesome. I'm excited to get these all tried on. I haven't bought and won't be buying any more patterned jersey for a very long time. I haven't bought any. I think the last one I bought was actually this one, and it was for mum, and this just happened to be enough for me to have a t-shirt out of her leftovers. I have got a t-shirt on today. In fact, it's exactly the same fabric as this one, and just a different print and colour. I really don't wear them very often, so I get very kind of like attracted by the pretty prints and the loud colours and things like that, and buy 1 metre of these prints, and then it takes me a while to get these things made up. I've had some of these jerseys for a couple of years now, and then I don't wear them as frequently as I wear my dresses. So if I see a really, really pretty jersey, or French terry, because the same with the jumpers as well that we were talking about, I think what I will do is buy, for French terries, at least the 2.5 meters for the Deer and Doe Sirocco, if not a little bit more. And for the really pretty jerseys, cotton jerseys, if I really, really love the print, I'll buy that little bit more so that I can make the 7319 or a dress, something like that, because those I wear way more frequently than these. I'm really pleased I've signed them up, because they could have languished in the stash for a very long time, but like I say, these have been in there for a while. I'm glad that they're done. I won't be buying new fabrics for more t-shirts because I have an entire wardrobe full of them, and I've still got all of my plain viscose jersey back here to make even more t-shirts. So yeah, I really, really don't need any more of those. But let's stop waffling about it and actually show you what they look like. I planned ahead today and actually put a vest, I mean, that's, you know, this, I was wearing the same fabric, just as I say, in a different colour and print, which I know is ever so slightly sheer and see-through. So this is the Jennifer Lauren Gable t-shirt, and I have a lot of them, and they are, of all the t-shirts that I have, some of my favourites to wear. The one that I've been wearing today is the Sew Over It cowl neck, which I do really like. If I'd have had enough of this to make that, I would have done, but it's a little bit more fabric hungry. So Gable t-shirt it was for these leftovers, and it's very, very pretty. Next up, oh, I love this one. I love this one. I should have been slightly more strategic when I was cutting it out. I was trying to preserve, I had a meter of all of these. I was trying to preserve the long piece at the bottom that I got when I cut out the front panel, but if I had staggered it, then I would have had enough to cut out the long sleeves. I am not mad at these sleeves. I do really like this length, and if you're careful when you put a cardigan over it, it works quite well. This is awesome. I cannot remember where I got these fabrics from. I'm really sorry. I'm going to do my best to try and find my previous order so that I can link to the shop where I got these from, but as I say, it was at least a couple of years ago that I bought these. Maybe if I go back and look through some fabric hauls. I think it's something like jelly fabrics or jellyfish fabrics, but I'm not 100% sure. This one I got from the Gold Hawk Road, January this year, but I think I bought the last of it. One thing I do with my Gable t-shirts, because the front and the back are very, very similar once you've sewn them together, so I'll put in a little stitch at the back, and I've just done it in bright red for all of these because it stands out. Oh, I love this. Mum really likes this print as well. If I can find some more of it, I will, because Mum would like some for sure. It is absolutely gorgeous. Right, next one. This is the one that I worked out if I had staggered my front and back pieces that I could have cut the long sleeves out of the other t-shirt, but never mind, I got them out of this one. This is really, really cute. It's a seashell print, again from the same place that I got these other two prints. Really sorry. I don't know that this one is my colours, but again, I'm going to find out on the 14th. I know I keep banging on about it, but it's, you know, it's something that I'm doing, so I'm excited about it. If I decide that this one is not for me to be seen out in public in, it will end up being something that I spend time at home with Chi in, because it is very comfy. I love the long sleeves. There's a little bit, it's not actually gold, but it's just a really, really pretty print, and again, I really, really like this t-shirt. I've made many of them. Lots of you guys have been asking when the citrus collection is going to start, and technically I have now sewn 2 pieces from it this year. This is another 3/4, well, I don't know, I think these are called vintage length sleeves on the wanted tee, and I quite like that term. I do like the short sleeves on the Gable, and would have done them in any of these prints if I hadn't had enough fabric for longer sleeves, but I think these and the full length sleeves are my favourite. This fabric is just so lovely. Kind of wish I'd bought more of it, because I do think a dress in this would have looked awesome, and we all know that I prefer wearing dresses. I shall know better for next time when I am on the hunt for more patterned jersey. So I have one more to show you that I do know I got from Poland, but I can't remember what the name of the shop was, but it was the same one where I got my rainbow zebra viscose from. So let me put that one on. 2 secs. Okay, this is the final one. It's a white floral viscose jersey this time, and again I got it from a shop in Poland that Alex introduced me to, and can't remember the name of it, so I will desperately try and find these previous orders, because I keep all of my fabric order emails because it's a business expense. I will go through those and see if I can find links to at least the shops. Like I say, this one is just so pretty. It's a viscose jersey. It's a slightly more stable than the ones I got from Minerva.com, but it's definitely more drapey than the cotton jerseys that I've been trying on. This one would have looked great as a dress as well. Again, kind of wishing that I'd bought more of it to make the dress, but never mind. Mum identified these flowers as Aquilegia. There's sweet peas, bindweed, all sorts on here, and they're very pretty. 5 t-shirts complete in one day, which sounds really impressive, but literally these take me about 40 minutes to sew. They are so quick. You sew the shoulder seams together, finish off the neckline, then you put the sleeves in, then you sew up the side seams, hem it, and you're done. So these are seriously quick, and that's one of the reasons that I enjoy knit projects as much as I do, and one of the reasons that I was doing Knitmas, so that it would seem like I was super prolific and busy and had lots to show you, but with easy projects. It is going to drastically alter my sewn items total for my year in review video. I'm currently at 85 or so, and I think by the time I'm finished this project I'll probably be around about sort of 100-ish. There are quite a lot of knit projects in that, so it sounds massive, but this also is my full-time job, and knit projects are really quick. But so pleased with this, so pleased with this. Now I've remembered that it's nearly the time that I'm going to have the red dress finished for, so I've got my leftover pieces of silk out. I am going to take my dress up to my room, watch a movie, and unpick the bodice from the skirt this evening. I'm gonna, it's like I said, I think I said it was 5:30, it's now quarter to 6. I'm gonna finish quite early tonight. I could very easily carry on sewing and get one of the Siroccos done, but I do want to be able to wear this dress to the Royal on the 7th, which is in 2 days time, so I need to get started on that project. I've got the fabric out so I can iron it and have a look at it. I'm actually thinking that I might just do the entirety of the bodice of the La Carla dress. I love the Butterick 6380, but the back of that does have gathers into the waistband or the midriff band on the back. What I would like to do is see if I can sew that up as a dart so it's flat, because in the Drapier fabrics, hopefully I'll be able to put a picture up for you or stop myself in a twirl in the appropriate places. In the Drapier fabrics it looks fine. I just think in this Dupioni, which is very stiff and has no drape whatsoever, those gathers at the back aren't going to look good. I think they need to be darts. Bianca says this a lot. Turning gathering back into darts isn't as easy as turning darts into gathering, because you don't know how much excess gathering has been put in as a design feature rather than just taking, you know, like just gathering the dart instead of making the dart. I hope that makes sense. Bianca, closet historian, if I'm sure you all follow her because I rave about her all the time. If I can't make that back gathering turn into a dart and sit on me neatly, and what I'm planning on doing is cutting a lining out of black cotton lawn, because I'm going to interline this silk Dupioni because it needs it, and I'm also going to line it as well. If I can't get those darts to sit nicely at the back, then the black cotton lawn lining won't be wasted. I'll use it for another dress when I come to make that dress again, because I'm going to make multiples of the 6380 bodice. I love it. I do have the La Carla pattern that I was just going to steal the little sleeve caps from, but I've made that for a couple of people and it's come out beautifully on all of them, so I'm thinking that I will buy myself another copy, because the one that I have for myself is about 4 years old and is probably completely the wrong size for me now. So I'll buy myself another copy, print it out, trace it off, make up a muslin again in lining fabric, so that if it works then I can cut into the silk, and fingers crossed get the bodice done over the next couple of days. So fingers crossed that works out and I end up with a dress that I can wear that evening. If not, I'm probably going to wear the pansy dress, because that, if I put the right jewellery on and put the right heels on, is going to be super fancy as well. So I have options. I do have options. But that is going to be it for this evening. So I hope you've enjoyed the little bit of waffle from this morning and all of the sneaky peeks at the t-shirts. They will be in the December lookbook, which will be going out at the very end of December, I think. I'm going to do a marathon filming session before Christmas like I did last time, and then give myself a couple of weeks off with just editing. Although, because I'm going to be at home, we all know that that's not going to actually happen. I'm going to end up down here either paper crafting, sewing, or waffling at you for in some way, shape or form, because I can't help myself. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today. I will see you all tomorrow for more Vlogmas, and fingers crossed, a red silk dress. See you then. Bye.